Hi, this is Anne. Today I'm just going to make another textured pot with a stencil. I'm going to use texture paste for this, and I'm just going to make my pot up to, I think, there. I just want to put a layer of paste on and let it dry, and then I'm going to stencil with a stencil on top of that. I'm not worrying about perfect, I just want to have fun. And then what I'm also going to do, I'm going to just dab it a little bit to give it a little bit of texture at the back, and then I'm just going to smooth it over. So now I'm just going to leave this to dry. So now I'm just going to go from that side to that side. And I'm not going to worry if I miss a spot or anything. And you can just wipe it off, most of it. Lift it up and see if you like it, and there it is. And then I'm just going to let it dry. I'm just going to stencil this in here, but you can just sit back and watch and relax. I just want to show you, you can make something very nice just with a few stencils and paint. Now you can hold it down and you can lift it up and just see if that is what you want to do there. Or this in here, I just want a lot of leaves. Now I'm just going to use a little bit of my charcoal as well. And I just want to filthy up my paint. You must use a transparent color for this. And you need a water bottle. And I've got a little bit of 92% alcohol as well. So first of all, I'm just going to put my charcoal, and then I will spray a little bit of water. So I'm going to use my raw umber here in the background. My lights is coming from the right hand side, so I'm going to use this area here for my dark area. I always like to make a little bit dark at the back of my flowers. I can just as well go over my whole pot because I want a dark area there. Let me just get a little bit of more of my paint. I picked up a little bit of my yellow, so I'm just going to put that there. I don't want it now. And I'm just going to go over this area here with my dark color as well. Fill up all those nooks and crannies. And then I'm going to take a little bit of my yellow ochre. It's actually blending with my raw umber, so it makes almost a raw sienna greenish color here. Just get a little bit of, I'm using a, I think it's a golden yellow ochre. Yeah, gold yellow ochre. I'm just going in everywhere. If you see it repels like that, you've just got a little bit too much water going on, and then you need to put a little bit more paint on, but I don't mind if it opens up like that. I can also, when this is dry, I will show you, then I will put another wash on top of this. So while this is still wet, I will take my alcohol, and I don't want too big blobs on this, so I'm just going to splatter it in my hand and splatter it all around. Okay, this is almost dry, and then I decided I want to blow on this a little bit. So some of the areas are thick with paint, and some of the areas are almost dry. Okay, now I'm just going to let it dry, and then I will come back and I'll work some more on this. As this is getting a little bit, still a little bit wet actually, but I'm going to go for it. I'm going to put a little bit of lemon yellow onto this. It went too dark for me, for what I wanted, so I'm going to try. I don't know if it's going to work. I'll just wipe away if it's not working for me. So I'm just going to put a layer of lemon yellow onto this. Picking up some of those browns now, but it's okay. And then you can actually see what the washes as well does. Just want to pick up in some areas a little bit. And remember, you can even take your alcohol again and go over this again. It's still wet, but I just want to show you all these speckles is either where the paint, the canvas, or I'm just working on a superwood board, but this works as well on a canvas. It's where the canvas maybe repelled where the paint was a little bit too thinned down with water, or it can be that it was my rubbing alcohol 92% that I've put on, and that made that also this little speckles that you see everywhere. So you can see it gives you a lot of depth and texture and everything. Okay, this is still wet, but I decided to, this is a little bit drier. I'm going to take some paint on my brush, and then I'm just going to drag it across and just pick up all the texture that, and leave the valleys dark and the texture white. I just want to, I like that where it went over the pot. I really like that, so I think I'm going to experiment more with this. As well, as you can see here, it almost looks as if, yeah, there I picked up a little bit of yellow, but it's fine. So I'm just going to dry brush over the spot. We'll see when this is all dry. While I'm waiting, I just decided to put in a little bit of more of a dark color there. This area and this area, I don't like it that much. So I'm just working a little bit of water into this. Then I'm going to drop in a little bit of my alcohol. And I want to blow on this as well to make some stems. So I just want some openings inside that areas there. Sorry if my head is in the okay, this is dry now, so you can see I'm positioning my stencil exactly on the one that I've done, and then I'm just going to move it slightly a millimeter to the left hand side, and then I'm going to take my sponge again, and I'm going to take my green with my white, and I'm just going to dab this everywhere where I've put the stencil. And you can, before you remove it, you can just lift it up and see if that's what you've got, that is what you want, and then you can lift it up. And then I'm just going to do the same there, but I'm just going to let this dry. I decided to just use stencils on this project, just to show you can do anything with stencils. So I've got my red paint on my sponge, and I'm just going to dab If it doesn't work, then it's no biggie. I'm not going to worry too much about that. I would like the overlap, so I'm going for the overlap as well. And I think I'm going to go for this big one here in this circle. I know it's a little bit big for the size of the painting, but I rather like it. Let's have a peek. Oh, I rather like that. I don't like that though, so I'm just going to see if I can quickly remove that with water while it's wet. And I'm just going to rub a little bit there and see. You can even take a wet wipe for this. I think I'm going to put that red one there. And then I will see if I'm going to do another one. Maybe one there, and then I think I'm gonna stop. Okay, now this one didn't work. I'm just going to wipe it off. It's got too much water in. So you can see you don't have to worry if you make a mistake. You just go over it again. Just putting a little paint on my sponge. And I'm going to try again. I'm taking it off a little bit off my canvas. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of orange in certain areas. If I want to do too much of this. Actually, you must let it dry before you go on, but I want to finish it now, so I'm just going to go for it. I'm just not going to move it too much. I'm not worrying too much about positioning it too, you know, exactly on top. I'm just going. I think that's enough. Maybe a little bit there as well. I think it can catch a little bit of sunlight there as well. Now I'm going to stop. Now this is the only time I'm going to use a brush. I'm just going to take a brush with a little bit of paint on the tip. And I just want to make some, what do you call this? I just want to put a little bit of texture onto this area there. You can even use a bamboo skewer or something for this. You don't need to use the brush like I did now. The back of the brush, you can use the tip of the brush as well. I just want to put the thick pieces of paint onto my flowers, the hearts. And I'm just going to use this brush. Just want to make a few leaves. I'm not going to make too much. Just want to put in a few leaves just to give it a little bit more of a painterly feel. Let me make them a little bit bigger, some of them. I think that's enough as well, so I'm not going to just highlight it with the same yellow I put in the little hearts. And I think I'm going to stop now. I will definitely see you next time, and take care.